And we're not yet, and we're live.
Is there anybody here? Because I can't see
Yeah,
anything.
I can't either. Like, there's something like we haven't done this in a while, Martin. Oh.
Yeah, well, there's nobody
No.
here. So who cares anyway? We'll just leave it for a few minutes into somebody might show up. I don't think I can see like people anyway. I just thought, hang on, there's more button there. More button.
Ellie is here. That's really cool.
LA and LA. Hi, LA. How are you doing? Hi, LA.
And maybe someone else. I don't know. Like, I mean, now live on your channel, Witchin Bitchin.
You need to share this to Instagram and Facebook.
Yeah, I probably should. Yeah, I should. Hold up. I'm gonna. Hold up. Be quiet. I'm gonna share it now. Bloop, 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 bloop. Oh, man. Like, I'm a little bit rusty, Martin. Honestly, I really am.
It's been a while since we've done this.
But to be honest, it's not good for continuity, but we're not in it for the money anyways. Hey, Lexi.
We do it when we feel like it.
When we feel like we have something to say, yeah.
Let me just silence my phone.
Because, like, I've been listening to this podcast, and I'm not going to name and shame, but I literally feel like these women are filling up time by doing a bi-weekly podcast, and they're not
really... what you can basically talk about. I've just I mean, when we did our weekly ones on Instagram, it was brilliant because it was of that time where everybody needed support. Everybody was locked because of COVID. But I'd find it really hard to do a weekly thing because I'd struggle so much.
Especially when we did the major arcana.
Oh, no, yeah. So fucking boring.
Oh, Sylvain is here. Aww.
Hi, everyone.
Hi, darlings.
Thank you for joining us. Hi, Jen.
Jen is here. So cool. We haven't seen Jen in a while. That's fun. Hi, Jen.
We haven't. I hope you're doing okay. Right. So the reason why we're on here is because, Levi, we're doing our top 10 decks of 2024. And let's just say it's not necessarily, for me, it's not necessarily what I've brought, it's what I've used.
Yes, it's not about things that we bought in 2024 or that came out in 2024. None of that bollocks, but it's about, I just went through my Instagram and I was like, oh, fuck yeah, that was such a good week where I used that deck, or, like this has been on my desk since I got it, or stuff like that.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5 of mine have come out in 2024. But the only reason why I've chosen them is because it's the ones that I've most used, and the rest of them are old decks.
I have no idea which ones came out in 2024.
So, let me just say, for me, Levi, this would have been easier for me to say what decks I didn't like in 2024.
It's so funny, Willem and I were doing groceries, and Willem isn't Willem is my man, my man's is, and he's obviously not part of the tarot community at all, but he does listen in on our live sometimes, and he hears Martin and I have FaceTime convos, and he's very often in the room, and this is exactly what he said as well.
Yeah,
you should probably do decks you hated working with in 2024. And I was like,
yeah, I could easily. I mean,
maybe we should.
Maybe we should. I mean, the majority, I should say, 85% of my decks have been packed away and they're in the loft. And another 250 were given away back in February, March. And I haven't really brought a great deal of decks this year. Only some really, really special ones that I wanted, and I knew that somebody was going to stock them within the UK. So this has been somewhat difficult for me because there's been a huge shift for me this year where I've stopped using the Rider-Waite-Smith system. Because I'm so over it. I am
stopped using until further notice, right?
Yeah, stop using until further notice. I've still got some of my favourite Rider-Waite and favourite Rider-Waite style decks, but it's not my preferred system of reading, as everybody knows anyway. And so this has been difficult for me to kind of like think, oh, I can't choose 10 tarot decks because I don't really use 10 tarot decks anymore.
I have to say, and this is not in my top 10, but I have really been enjoying this Light Seers ripoff.
Oh yeah, it is, but it's really pretty, isn't it?
It's really pretty. It is very boring RW. Well, actually, it's quite original RWS clone. So
Yeah,
but
it
that's
ain't too bad. I mean, I wouldn't be mad. I mean, I wouldn't buy it, but I ain't mad at it. You know what I mean?
yeah.
Um, and like
Danny says, "Why buy decks when you can buy dolls?"
exactly, Danny. I mean, come on, you know me by now. You know that is a thing as well. But seriously, I mean, the whole kind of game has shifted for me this year. I mean, there has been some truly, truly standout decks to me, and there's been some where I wouldn't give them shelf room.
There is one trend that because yes, people were going to get to the decks that we like, but there's one trend that I've noticed and that I thought I had made peace with, but that still kind of pisses me off, and I do want to share that trend with the world. It is, and I know that Mel sometimes watches, and I know she loves this deck, but and I love it too in its way, but it's decks like this where
Oh,
it is because it's within the Oracle deck realm. This has been sort of the thing where you release a very nice, pretty artsy fartsy folk artsy deck that looks very, that looks like it's, for quirky Zoe Deschanel artsy girls,
yeah,
like me,
yeah,
wink.
I know.
And then you just put the name of the thing on the card.
Oh god, it's as empty as fuck.
So you sort of have to force the reader to either learn the whole deck by heart, but obviously no one's going to do that just for an Oracle deck. So then you have to read the whole fucking guidebook entry for it to make sense.
I know.
And
I've been impressed with it at all.
I sometimes like that, honestly. I do sometimes like to sit down and read the guidebook, but this is not a functional reading deck for me. And I found that lots of these more highbrow, elevated Oracle releases within the mass market and within the indie market have sort of reverted back to from a more usable style deck to a highly unusable
It's got the,
sort of.
what it's got about it is it's got the cool factor and the
Yes.
relevant, and it's not got the same with the tarot decks. A lot of the tarot, I should say 90% of the tarot decks now that are on out and on Kickstarter, they've got the cool factor, but they've got no absolutely zero readability.
And I was actually, I don't want to toot my own horn, but I was actually, because I haven't touched this in a while. I have to be honest with you.
Mine's on the
Uh,
shelf right by me.
Same, it's on the shelf, but I hadn't really played with it in a while. Because I think people who only use their own decks all day, every day are boring as hell. But I was playing with it and I was like, oh, wow, this is, that's why I created it. It's a deck that I really like because it is usable straight out of the box
Yeah, that's what I
um,
like.
without overly long statements on the cards, but with good keywords. And then when you when you do decide to go into the guidebook, you don't have to. There's lots of like profound wisdom there. But
Yeah.
I like having agency over my own readings, and I actually dislike 95% of the time dislike being forced to read the card as was intended by the author. If I don't know if that makes sense, but it just I don't.
Yeah, it's at the end of the day, when you read, the same with if you read a tarot book, right? Unless it's an old classic tarot book, right? And if the new ones, say like you've got Melissa Sinovas, this is the new school, like and you've got
Yeah,
people like Ethany as well, and nothing wrong with either of them.
no,
But what I'm saying is, it's somebody else's opinion. Their opinion's already formulated for you before you even start reading.
yeah, yeah. It's sort of this Dirt Gems Oracle could have been a book.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
It could have been a book on plants with gorgeous illustrations, a huge coffee table book, perhaps.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, something we've spoke about this before. I mean, there's absolutely nothing wrong with the artwork, and it's the same with a lot of the decks. There is some beautiful tarot stroke oracle decks out there, but maybe they should just stay, and not be published.
Well, there is something wrong with the artwork in that sense that this is gorgeous, obviously.
Yeah.
It's gorgeous and folksy. But I also feel like, once again, all the quirky art girls need to maybe pipe down a little bit when, a couple of artsy, folksy blobs of ink on paper do not a good deck make.
It's all style over substance, and that's what I think has happened to the tarot
I mean,
community now.
I did pull a card or two or three from it, and I did read the guidebook entrance for it, and it was really fitting guidance, eerily accurate. So, I will use it for that. But how many more decks like this do I need in my collection? Not a lot more,
Well,
honestly.
you've just brought me on to the perfect example to show you something in the same kind of league. So I bought this deck this year from Miranda over at the Boutique in London. Miranda's a
Yeah,
friend of mine, and
yeah,
this is Color Vision Oracle.
yeah.
I absolutely love this deck, and the reason why I love it is because, right, and I haven't got the guidebook with me, right, because there's a separate guidebook with it. So basically, you've got like colours and
Yeah,
numbers, and you've got keywords on some of the cards, and
yeah.
you've also got little symbols at the bottom as well. Now, if you're a visual kind of person and you're able to kind of feel colours, that's absolutely perfect. And we all know, like, the lighter colours, and the darker colours, we're more kind of aware of that. But there is some things where you do need the guidebook. Now,
Yeah.
the guidebook is fucking atrocious because, one, you can't read the font at all. It's done in this artsy kind of font, which is like kind of that's on the back of the box. So
Oh, yeah.
unless you've got full 20/20 vision and really, really good light, because it's like kind of contrasting on the pages, it's just useless. Now, and I was told by somebody that the creator of the deck was actually going to bring a different kind of guidebook out in another format. But
Mm-hmm.
for a deck, and obviously looking through the guidebook, it's an absolutely fabulous deck. But it's not without its issues, and maybe because, like, it's the first time published and things like that. But it is very, very beautiful. I love it.
But I'm really harsh when it comes to this because I did have some horrible experiences this year with first time publishing works of people. You don't have to, like, find some friends in the community, have them give you advice, or have them proofread. Like, I know that I am always willing to help. I know that Danny at Astral Mermaid Art is always willing to help.
Yeah.
Lennox is always willing to help. Like, not extensively, but we can, lend a hand here and there if you're nice and you're reaching out from a
Well,
place of
yeah, put
genuinity.
somebody on hand to help. All you've got to do, like, is reach out. And I think, this. I feel quite kind of sad for the person who's done this Colour Vision Oracle, because obviously they didn't ask too many people's opinions.
I mean, if you
Somebody
do a
would.
deck like that, that is very guidebook heavy because, let's face it, it is.
Yeah,
The guidebook needs to be readable.
it does. It's the important factor. I mean, when I first got it, I was absolutely gutted, and I thought, "Oh my god, how am I going to read? My eyesight's fucked anyway." So yeah, and so, like, I thought, God, I can't read this. It was like looking at like one of them kind of, like, the optical illusion things, and the
Yes.
font was super tiny as well, which didn't help. But I'm hoping the creator, whoever the creator's name is, well, it's Moon. I can't even read that on the back. Moon Nectar Apothecary.com. I don't know. Whatever that says there.
Moon Nectar Apothecary. Like, also, I love the aesthetic of this deck.
So
Have
do
to be
I. I
honest.
love it. I've been using it a lot this year. And I'm so glad I got it. But I'm looking. I hope that the creator is giving people the free updated guidebook soon as we've.
Honestly, if you're charging $78 for your fucking color
Yeah.
Oracle deck, and the guidebook is illegible, sorry, but go fuck yourself. I don't have
But
anything to
you
say
know,
about this
she could have
card.
like sent a PDF would have been okay, But yeah, it's a shame really that the guidebooks. But these,
Also, these prices, like, girl, come on, like, whatever. You love it. Sorry, I don't want to be too negative about something you
I
love,
think I
but
paid £60 for it.
which is fun. But she's charging $78 for it online. So
Yeah, which is it's a splurge for me these days because I don't spend that much on decks normally.
no, and the idea is really lovely. And like I said, sometimes I do like sitting down with a deck, exactly like the one you
Yeah,
have or the one I just showed. But sometimes you just want to get some readings done.
you, yeah, you do. Now, what's your to show us show us your deck, love.
So you know what I'm
Get
gonna
your
do?
deck out.
I'm gonna whip my deck out, love. So I'm gonna start with. Oh my god, I'm already making a mess here. I'm gonna start with the tarot decks because there aren't that many.
Hey everyone, sorry, I can't see the comments. Email Lennox, Danny,
Yeah,
everybody.
Lennox is here. Danny is here. Everyone is here. Mel is here. This is really funny. This is a deck that it's not a new deck, but it's a new version that I got and trimmed and love, and it's my new Thoth.
Oh, that's so lovely.
Yes, this was such a lovely experience to go out and get this and to trim it. So now I finally have a usable Thoth that I can use to sort of I don't know, do readings at festivals and just be able to use this without people being completely scared to their to the bone by words like ruin and
On the Yeah, it's got. I was using mine today as well. Because this is mine. Look, this is my reprint that my friend did me.
what Surge made for you. Yeah.
Was Surge made, and the colours just pop on this one, and I love this super glossy cardstock.
Yeah, this one is oh, look, we have the same card. Look at how saturated and nice Martins is. The one I have right here is a little bit more like, I don't know. This is really good saturation for a mass market version, but the one that
Yeah,
Martin's got is even more gorgeous. But I really loved trimming this, and it's that was like one of the most fun tarot experiences that I have had all fucking year long. Like,
yeah.
honestly,
Nice, isn't it? When you do that, I was thinking about trimming a couple of mine. But yeah,
it's an evening's worth of work. And is it perfect? Am I the best trimmer ever? No. Do I care? No.
no, imperfect. That's how you've got to see it, isn't it?
Like once you chop those fugly ass borders off, the artwork opens up like amazingly. For example, this moon, it's just the Thoth moon is just so fucking stunning and amazing.
Did you do what Serge suggested when he sent me the deck? When he says lay all the cards on the floor and look for the pattern
Yes,
between them.
I did. I did. Oh,
It blew my fucking mind. Honestly, it was like a psychedelic experience.
and not everybody can get a deck like that from Search, but everybody can get this edition. If you want them slightly bigger, get the huge as fuck edition, which is the size of my head. And when you trim them down, they will be sort of regular tarot sized,
Yeah,
which is nice.
standard tarot size. Then in it,
Yeah.
I don't know what I think. I don't know what Serge did. I don't know what version that was. Maybe because
I
that's
don't know either.
no, it's smaller than like a Rider Waite Smith, but it's tin like the pocket one. But I love it. So now,
Really pretty.
now my next deck that I've been using all year round, for different issues, not for the way it was intended to be used, is one of my favourite Oracle decks of all time. And the creator even knows how much I love this, and this is the Death Dealer Oracle.
Ooh.
I absolutely love this. The guidebook is really really well written. There's lots of things you can do with the deck. Another one, this isn't the cheapest deck on the market, but this is straight readable out the box. It's obviously a photographic deck, but you have got the keywords on the bottom. As you can see, it's super beautiful. I love the artwork so much, and as I said, the guidebook is something else because You can use it for different things.
Yeah, but then the keywords on the cards are also really usable.
They are like connect with the dead and everything, and surrender.
And
But
yeah,
this is, I think this would go down in my all-time favorite decks ever. You know,
it's so good. And this is another example of we were having this huge AI discussion. These are, I mean, obviously this is a skilled photographer, but these are at the end of the day just pictures, you know?
yeah, just photographs.
Yeah.
You know, it's introduced obviously, you know, lens and things like that. So she obviously knows what she's doing.
Hmm.
But yeah, it just speaks fucking thousand words to me. I just love
Yeah, I can imagine. Like it's I think what scares people off a little bit is the title.
it. Death Dooley, yeah.
But you
It,
don't have to be a death doula in order for you to use this deck or have any value out of it.
it's not for, I wouldn't say it's for the faint-hearted, really, by some of the you know, the descriptions, and there's things like in here like remothering as well. There's lots of things, as I said, you can do with the deck. I mean, the guidebook's not like massive or anything, but it's packed full of information, and it's
Yeah.
on white paper with black ink. That's what we need. We don't need stupid colours with yellow font.
No, mine is actually the other way round. It's black pages and white ink, and I thought it was kind of a gamble because I
Oh,
thought it would be horrible, but it's actually really readable. Thank
that's,
God.
I've got my Kindle setting, and I think that's for people with the poor eyesight in it. I'm sure. I'm sure it is.
Same here. Everything on my phone is a nightmare
And
mode.
my
No,
nightmare mode.
nightmare mode.
Mine is as well. It's the same. It's all that glare anyway.
Look, Mel says the
Oh, will the
originals will.
mail? Oh, that'd be nice to go to.
Maybe we need to have
Mm,
a talk, you and I,
maybe
but
we do. So yeah, that is my.
whatever.
That is like my Oracle baby. That one is. But
It's
what
really
about
cool.
yours?
I'm gonna keep on with the tarots because there aren't that many. This is gonna be really weird and out of left field for people. This is the Cosmic Vibrations Tarot deck, and this is actually a favorite of mine.
Is
It's
that an indie one?
not yeah and no. There's this horrible app called Moonly where you can do tarot readings and astrology shit, but you have to pay for everything. And they use this really cool deck in the app, and it's actually this deck, and I got it for really cheap at on Amazon.
Really?
So
I didn't.
it's kind of based on the Pappas, yeah, the Doctor Pappas tarot,
Ah,
and it's really nice. And I use this a ton. Oh, whoops! There goes the whole fucking deck.
that's very nice. Aesthetically beautiful.
It's aesthetically beautiful. It's really simple.
I
It's
do.
very pip, but this is kind of another one of those. This is sort of Mystic Mondays meets the Marseille,
Yeah. It's nice. I do like it. Yeah.
and it's I don't know. It's something about it just really relaxes me, calms me. The it's it's that flat vector graphic style, but it's very nicely textured.
Yeah, it's nice. I
Um,
like it. Yeah, very nice.
it's very underwhelming for my favorite deck of the year, but I really adore the crap out of this, honestly.
Yeah, I like it as well. I ain't seen it before.
It's simple. I just I don't know, I just love it. I can't help but love this deck.
Yeah, nice. I like
I
it.
mean, I don't have a lot to say about it either, but it's just one of those decks that I can. This is another one that I love to bring to events
Yeah,
because
yeah.
it's because like I'm such a selfish like fucking whore sometimes, but I don't want my queer to see a 10 of swords and think, oh fuck, I'm literally gonna fucking die. I want them to see 10 swords on the card and have the conversation with them myself.
Yeah. Have a conversation instead of seeing such a gruesome image.
Yeah, I mean, people aren't
Mhm.
babies, but I
Yeah, I
that's just
know.
how I love to. That's why I love the Star Child Akashic because it's not that scenic.
Yeah, I like that as well. That's
Yeah,
probably one of my I mean, I showed that last year, so I ain't got none of Danny's decks here this year because
No, same here. Same here.
So on to the third one, and this was a gift, obviously, and this is the first Pro, and this is one I've been using since Julio sent it over in the summer. There is in the process of doing a guidebook for it. A lot of you have already seen it, probably via Instagram. It's just super, super lovely.
Yes.
I love everything about this. Levi's also got a copy as well. And it's just truly, truly lovely. There's so much going on. So every time you look at a card, you can pick something else out because it's collage and
It's such a chic deck.
It is very, very chic.
From the borders to the font choices to the collage to the gorgeous backs. It's
the backs are gorgeous. Everything about it, the card stock, it's just superb. So yeah, this is one of my Rider West style decks I've been using since the summer. So I absolutely love this, and he's also an incredibly lovely guy as well.
yeah, he is. Like, he's not in my top 10, but he's actually in the Carry Me Home Oracle.
Oh yes, he is, isn't
he? As a bonus card. Yeah. Because we've been having a lovely report. So
he's lovely, absolutely lovely.
So is it my turn now?
It is. We got some comments. People I can see is more.
So yeah, that's the whole iPad bullshit. You look gorgeous, but you can't really do anything. So
hi, Tiana. Hey, bitches.
Hi, Danny loves collage deck so much. And Tiana says this deck is beautifully designed. It is. Another beautiful deck that this has been on my desk all year long since I got it. It's the Lighted Window Tarot.
I ain't seen that either.
You have.
Have I? I probably just
you're just a bit forgetful, I guess. It's okay.
Oh, don't start that. Fucking I've had enough of that this last month.
So these are the backs.
Right.
And these are the fronts. So this is very pippish as well. And this is sort of, obviously we're getting all the most boring pip cards now, but this is sort of cozy, fall-esque, cutesy. Why is it? I want to show some majors or some more pictorial ones.
That's nice. I like it.
Yeah, it's really cozy. It's really cute. This is the Sun card. Let me show you. This is the Four of Cups. So it's very. It
reminds me a little bit of the Spacious Tarot.
It does, doesn't it? And also a little bit of the Harmony Nice Tarot.
Yes, but better.
Except, this one has better pip cards,
Yeah.
So we get, for example, the Four of Swords here. So there is stuff to see in it,
Yeah.
So every pip does have its, sort of like extra flair to it. I love this Hermit card.
Yeah, it's nice.
And the colors look kind of drab because of my horrible camera quality, but it's just really.
Is that indie deck?
Huh?
Is that indie?
Yes, this is an indie deck, and I got it from Nicholas over at Salon des Arcanes in France. For example, this Temperance card I really love because we have this girl. You can't really tell, but her one finger is in the pond and the other one hand is digging in the dirt. So we sort of get the mixing of the two elements, which I love.
Yeah, it's nice.
It's what makes this special. I don't know, the whole fucking cozy vibe. For example, we have the Four of Wands with a castle in the back, and that structure is there. The Ten of Cups has a rainbow in there, so it's just, I don't know, it's just cute as hell. I love this Wheel of Fortune. I think that's really cute.
Yeah, it's got a thumbs up from me, actually. It's nice.
Yeah, like I know it's not, once again, it's not artsy fartsy blobs of ink on paper and let's call it art, but I do happen to just really love the coziness of this.
Yeah, it's nice.
I mean, look at this fab Queen of Wands. Like, she's just like the people are so full of personality, and I don't know. It's
Yeah.
special. It's a special little deck for me.
Okay. So my next one, which I've been using all year round, so I had this in January this year, and this is a mass market deck, and it's published by Llewellyn, and I didn't know that. And this is the River, and by Nick
Yes,
Bantock.
I couldn't find this anywhere. People need to get this. I need to get this actually.
This is just something else. This deck's another level. If you love the soul cards, guys, you're absolutely going to love this deck. So it's basically, well, it's a bit silly, really, because Nick says to use your own intuition, and then he writes this guidebook,
Yeah.
right? Which is, you think, oh, okay, then. The guidebook's worth reading through. It's very poetic and things like that, you know. There is like some poetry for each card, but you can use it completely intuitively. So this is exactly what I've been doing this year. So it's just gorgeous.
It's photo collage, isn't it?
Yeah, it's mixed media again. Um, it's it's like a modern version, a modern digitalized version of the soul cards.
Also very much giving what's the name again? The ritual tarot vibes,
Yeah,
sort of.
yeah, remains ritual tarot. So you know, I'm a sucker for decks like this anyway.
Yeah, if you can't afford that, maybe get this.
This, yeah, because the guidebook is very usable, you know. And it just gives incredible readings. If you want to use it for readings, you can also use it for meditation purposes.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've been using this all year round, and it's never let me down.
What does that say? Oh, post. Oh, it's a postcard. Cool.
Yeah, it's just lovely. You know, there's just so much to say, and yeah, this is. I've got his other one as well, but this one's pick the post, because it's just nicer in my opinion.
What's the deck called again?
This is The River by Nick Bantock. It's mass market, published by Llewellyn.
Really good.
I've
Really
only
special.
found that out. I didn't honestly know that. Yeah.
And you know what's so freaking funny? Like, I have seen zero marketing from them for this ever.
Or you're not going to, is because it's different. You know, it's not. It's not
When
clear.
and whenever, what the fuck is her name again? That horrible, horrible lady that keeps pushing out these horrible, horrible decks.
Barbara Moore.
No, yeah, hurt you. No, Laura Tempest Zarkov. And whenever she releases a deck, the whole community is literally squirting from their tarot rooms to the store to get it. But
I
okay,
just don't understand it. And you got these can become like modern classics in years to come. Always get ignored and overlooked.
yeah, like the things that are worthy of becoming modern classics are literally not getting.
Yeah, they are, and it is just so annoying. Really, you've got to do your digging and your research for something different. You know.
This is mass market, Tiana. Yeah, and it's
Yeah,
absolutely
mass
stunning.
market. What's the other one called? The Archeo, innit?
Yeah, but the Archeo I don't really like. Honestly, that's
I
not my
like
thing.
it, but I prefer this one.
This one's the better one.
This is 2023, I think, maybe. But
Yeah.
yeah, I had this in January, so this has been with me all year. And it helps with people if you've got like in kind of just stuck phase. I've been using it for that, and look at the cards how they flow into each other. So that's all I'm going to say. It's well worth it.
Really, really
And it's
cool.
20 pounds as well, which is an
There you
absolute
go.
bargain.
I only have most of the decks that I have coming up now are practically all mass market, so that's pretty cool.
No, no, I've only got one mass market one here, I think.
Well, I'm saying this, and I'm immediately grabbing an indie deck from the pile. This
Oh, that one, yeah.
the Inner Compass cards. I was always sort of on the fence. This is by a Dutch creator, so we can get these anywhere. Like especially this is going to sound a little bit misogynistic, but when you see the deck, you sort of get the vibes. This is sold anywhere where trendy white women with 2 kids and an oatmeal raisin cookie are shopping. Like
An Urban Outfitters,
a
probably.
sort of an Urban Outfitters aesthetic deck, very white. It's very light, and it looks kind of like a rich white women deck, you know.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. I
But
know.
it's sort of, it has really good keywords, interesting art, and I've had really really good readings
I
with this.
like it a lot, you know.
It doesn't really show the titles, or it's either the titles or the art that gets shown, but these were never really on my radar. And then I got the love cards from my dad for my birthday, and I was like, oh, I am in love with this. And I since got all the
It's different, and this is like what I'm saying. This is why that's lovely because it's so different. And you can kind of like intuit your own meanings from the artwork.
yeah, and this has fun keywords. Like for
Yeah,
example, this one has party time.
yeah,
But it also literally has keywords like "God damn it," which I like.
yeah, yeah.
Uh,
It's not.
it's interesting. It's good, and there is actually like a cute little guidebook that has this really. The deck actually has a really cool system because there are like different suits, and the deck is kind of chakra um, ordered. So there's a suit of philosophy, shamanism and nature, transpersonal archetypes, the seven chakras, Eastern wisdom, Mayan wisdom, and science and psychology. So that's where all the
That's
cards
cool.
are derived
Yeah.
from. So, yeah.
Oh, so does that one come highly recommended then?
From me, yes, definitely. I
Yeah.
love it. And the reason why I never understood why it wasn't an annoying double-sided box like this, but I found out why. It is because you can ship it through a mailer like this. This
Oh,
goes through your mailbox.
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Oh,
does come.
you've chose some nice ones so far. Yeah, you are.
Well, you have as well, but you know what it is though, Martin. I tend to have sort of more slick commercial Betty slut decks, and you sort of have more the
Yeah,
artsy
more
folksy.
serious ones in on me. That's me. Right, okay then. So my next deck is the newer version of Remembering the Sweet Fall Tarot, and this is by Trisha Murray. And this also has been read to death by me. And the reason why I love Trisha's work so much, it's because it's not a direct clone of the Rider-Waite Smith. It's just absolutely gorgeous. There's something really, really special about Trisha's decks.
I haven't been able to get this. The one thing that is holding me back a little bit, I'm going to have to be honest, is because I am once again a cardstock snob, and I really wish she would print with an actual printer and not make playing cards.
Yeah, yeah,
Because this finish that she chose, the way I shuffle, the deck is going to be scuffed and ruined within a day.
yeah. I would obviously like to say that if it was on more of a premium card stock,
Or maybe if you want to stick with make playing cards, maybe the linen cardstock.
yeah, yeah,
It's
yeah,
just such an the like we were talking about how people should stop excreting meaningless and stupid decks. This is exactly the opposite of that. This is breathtakingly brilliant,
yeah.
gorgeous, probably one of the best tarot decks to have been released in the
It
last couple
is,
of years.
yeah, yeah. And Trish marketed this as the pocket version, but it's not that pocket to me. It's like the standard version. So, I mean, both of them are equally as lovely. Yeah, this is one of my top 10 of
And
definitely.
once again, Trish has a really artistic eye,
Yes,
but also in lieu of the AI deck discussion that has been going around and people feeling entitled to getting art. Once again, these are just objects placed artfully on a blank canvas,
yeah.
and a picture was taken. End of story.
And look at the kind of like, mood it kind of evokes when you do see something like this. It's just absolutely beautiful. It's very raw, witchy, nature based, and that's what I absolutely love about it. So thank
That's so
you
cool.
for bringing something beautiful out this year.
Yeah. Oh man, like that. There is so much power in creation, even
Yeah.
when you're not as good. She's such an artist. I love her oracle as well.
Oh,
and I will never like achieve that level of artsiness. But I don't have to because I create my own thing, and there's so much power in creation. No matter how good or arty farty you are, it's so special to see someone release something like that. Honestly,
It is, yeah, because it's very few and far between now. And Trish is another one as well that always kind of gets overlooked because she ain't done a cartoony deck with a fucking girl on it wearing a witch's hat.
and that's very much it. Like
Yeah.
it's very much about and that's once again, I know I was bitching about this earlier, but I do kind of respect running press for releasing this in the mass
Well,
market.
yeah, it's just in my kind of thing, and
Yeah.
you've got people like, Trisha, and then the other side of the coin, you've got that fucking, I could scream, that Caticorn
Like,
arrow.
yeah, the Catacorn Tarot or that super saturated. Every deck released by Luella nowadays has to be extremely boldly colored and hyper saturated. Like they got fucking Jessica Rue to illustrate a deck for them, who is a gorgeous illustrator, and
I know,
that's the output that we're getting. Like
and
what?
that deck is awful. It's just like something that it's
No,
honestly,
Martin, it is the second coming of Christ. It's amazing, and Barbara
yeah.
Moore wrote a fabulous guidebook for it.
I know, yeah, it's just fucking shite. I have never seen so much crap in my life that's been out this last 12 months.
You get one of the best illustrators in the game to do a deck for you, and this is what you come up with.
I know, yeah.
I'm like oh man, I can't. I'm literally getting worked up over this.
I know, Levi. I know. It was hard for me.
Sorry.
Hard for me not to get worked up as well. Like when I was looking through like, some of the decks I see on Instagram. Right. So who's turn? Mine or yours?
Let us go to another an artsy fartsy deck for me.
What did I
The
just do? Oh
that I
yeah.
got from you, the Weird
Oh yeah.
Sisters.
Yeah, that's a lovely one.
Oh, like someone asked us a couple of weeks ago, like, is this still on heavy rotation with you, Levi? It is. This is another one that hasn't left my desk since I got it. It's another one of those that was kind of overlooked when it was indie because it's
Yeah.
very much it's a spell deck, and how are you going to divine with a spell deck? But it's actually a fabulous divination deck as well as a spell deck.
It is. Yeah. Yeah. It's
No,
really.
and I love decks that have multiple purposes. For example, if you were to pull this card, say that says a spell for balance, which is also aptly enough number 14, which corresponds to temperance in the tarot, which is all about balance. There's kind of a major arcana thing going on with this deck. And you go into the guidebook, there's a cute little write up, and then there's not a spell description, but there's spell ingredients that you can use to then come up with your own spell.
It's
So
a lovely deck. I agree.
rather than this, that deck right there with that thick ass guidebook that sort of forces you to rely on the empowerment from the creator, this chick right here, I forget her name. What's her name again? Anyway, she's dope as hell. She actually puts the agency with you.
Yeah. Yeah.
And it just like her name is Casey Zabala. And this
Yeah.
this deck just I don't know, just
Tarot,
tickles my
she did the Wondrous Tarot, which is obviously another one of my favorite decks because that's just some.
this deck tickles my everything. Like
Yeah.
once again, and normally this is more Martin's thing, the squiggly, artsy fartsy, a quirky art school girl. This is not who I am, but everything about this is the best ever, honestly.
I like something kind of, I love that, and I love Casey's other work, and also Mary, what's her name, who did the.
Mary Evans, yeah, yeah, yeah. I
I love
almost
that
picked those.
rawness.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love that rawness of the artwork, and the way you kind of left to it yourself.
And you don't have to do the spells if you don't want to,
No, I haven't done
but
it.
you could.
Yeah,
If
yeah,
you ever were to think, hey, shit, I, feel like I need to do some magic in my life, this is probably, even with the little tiny guidebook that it's got, one of the best magic resources ever. Honestly,
Yeah.
it's
Well,
if you don't get this, you're dumb. Everyone needs to get this.
and again, that's 25 pounds.
It's worth every fucking penny.
Yeah,
Honestly, it's
yeah.
really good.
Now coming up to my tarot deck, and the reason why I'm doing this is because not only is this another one of my favourite decks of the year, well, the last half of the year, because I've only had it since June, July. Me and the creator have become really good friends. For you know, obviously messaging me, and she's one of the loveliest people I've ever known. And it's Joanna Waldo from who's done the Scarab and Dahlia Tarot. People have obviously seen this. It's just everything again. Rider Waite Smith based, but I can forgive that because I love the everything that Joanna's done with the artwork, the collage,
Well,
and
and it's also not too on the nose.
it's lovely. When she explained when I had her on a live on my channel, and when she explained the different artwork she'd used, and I thought, you know what, this one done. It took her 12 months to do. I thought this one done overnight. There's a lot of thought gone into it. There's a lot of work gone into it. Joanna's Art and Soul's gone into the whole deck.
But go back to that Ace of Wands, Martin. Like that card alone, there's so much to see in here with all
Yeah,
the
the
cave
cave.
drawings and these. Like this is such a good scrying deck. Like it's fucking amazing.
Yeah,
Ugh.
there is a second edition coming out soon where Joanna's changing some of the cards. And putting different cards in. But I love, love, love this deck.
I really enjoy looking at this deck.
And
Honestly,
me, this is one of these decks you can actually get lost in the cards. It's just so different. I just love it. And there's a little guidebook with it as well. And there was 25%, was it 15 or 25? I can't remember, over the weekend. But the new edition's going to be on thinner cardstock and no edging. So if you want, the metallic edging, get
get it
yours
now.
now because it won't be available. But yeah, top 10 deck of the year is adorable.
And rightfully so. I mean, what the fuck? It's actually amazing.
It is, yeah. Something really, really unique and special.
I have a weird deck situation going on here because is it really a deck? It's this. It's the Cosmic Allies Altar
Oh,
card,
that one.
and it's by what's her name again? She's so cute. She never puts her name on things. That's so dumb. Nicole PR.
Yeah.
And this is not so much a divination deck, rather than it's a. These cards are thick. These are cardboard.
Lovely. And Nicole, by the way, is the lady who did the Spirit Cats.
Yeah, and the Witch Cats.
And the Witch
This
Cats.
is more of an altar card that you pull and put out,
Oh,
and
so
these
much.
are all little altar cards, and they're basically you can either use them for each day of the week, or you can just randomly pull one and see what the universe has in store for you. So, for example, if you were to pull this card, you would put it down on your desk, on your altar space for that day, or for however long you'd want it to be. There's also different artwork on the back, so if you prefer that, you could use that. And then you have offerings, so that's stuff that you can do to please this little ally that's on this card. There's minerals and metals that you can work with or wear on you that day. There's actions that you can do. There's something that you can. There's also create as this ally. So, for example, if you want to create as Saturn, you need to handle it, figure it out, check it off your list, make your materials work for you. Get creative with the limitations and roadblocks. Trust that you can find your way through the maze. There's mantras in here.
Nice.
There is a Saturn tarot and oracle card spread. So so you can literally do an hour's worth, or maybe even more. Like a day's worth of work with just this one card, and it's so
So how
fun.
many cards is there in the deck?
Only a couple. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
That's cool, though.
But it's not necessarily about, because this is a weird product for her, because this is not, people are not really buying this because people think, nah, and I was the same. Why would I pay that for just um these couple of cards? But it's literally, and this sounds really lame, but it's an experience, sort of.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it's if something, sometimes less is more in it, and if it works, then it's well worth the money what you
It's
pay.
weird. I know this is weird, but this has been. I used this at the beginning of 2024,
Yeah.
and it was such a fun experience. I think I may pick it up again because it was, honestly, I would just do one for every day and just do that spread and do an action and say a mantra, and it's just
Mm.
so fucking dope. Like, really.
It's really nice. I actually like it, yeah. And it's nice to see something different as well,
Yeah,
so
like, this is the definition of me for me of Nicole easily could have done a cat tarot, but she was like, no, let's not, because
yeah.
people really need to stop excreting all these fucking tarot decks all over the place. She thought, let's not, let's just do something that I want to do. Like, it's so
Yeah,
inspiring.
it's nice. Yeah, I love it actually.
Yeah.
So my one of my purchases this year was this, not the bag, the deck's in the box. It's just that the ribbon is that fucking long on it. This is Mass Mark. Well, it's kind of like Brilliant, published by a publisher, it's published by Wee Moon. So this is obviously the Wee Moon Tarot. But
Ah, yes.
this isn't a Rider Waite Smith clone at all.
Oh,
I
sorry. I accidentally clicked this. Roscoe, they're on my profile. You just need to click the Reels tab.
There you go.
Yeah.
So this isn't a Rider Waite Smith clone at all. It's just a collaborative deck, which I normally despise. But I actually love this, and it comes with a cool little guidebook by all
Yes.
the ideas, and you'll recognize some of the artwork on this because some of the artists have already got decks out.
Yes.
We've
This
got
has all been done by women in the industry, right?
yeah, yeah, all women. From over the years, some of the artwork's old, some of it is relatively new. It's just something else. So if you love working with like divine feminine energy, and you want something different, I would highly recommend this. The cards, I love the card stock, everything about it, and yeah, this is one of my favorite all time decks ever.
Yeah, like, this is one of those decks, like, in 50 years time, or 60 years time, people are gonna find this in your home, Martin, or in some weird storage somewhere, and they're gonna be like, ooh, that's cool.
Yeah, yeah. Next to the Caticorn Tarot, said no one ever.
No one ever. I love this sun card too. It's so fucking
Oh
powerful.
no, there's some really unique pieces of art on here. It's just like looking through like a picture book.
Yeah,
Um,
I really hope all these all these people that keep buying these fucking AI decks learn to see the difference.
well, let's not go down that road. That's for another fucking
That's for another
one.
fucking life. You.
Oh, there's the box, guys. If you're wondering what the box looks like,
Yeah, that's actually Kathy McLellan's art for the
it
Moon
is
in the Star Tarot.
Star
Yeah,
Tarot, and this is Mother Tongue Publishing, by the way. And as I said, it is kind of like kind of mass market. It's
yeah,
about
but it's pretty expensive though,
it
honestly.
is, yeah. I think it's about 45 pounds, but
Yeah,
worth it in my opinion.
yeah. Um, so this is gonna come a little bit out of left field for some people, maybe. But I didn't have this, and I fucking love it, and it's literally.
Boy, you want to smell inside that box? It smells like somebody's shit in it.
Oh,
Fuck.
that's probably because you did.
Fucking hell, that stinks, man.
Maybe you should spray some. Just spray some sage spray
No,
on it.
that box needs saging.
Yeah,
What the fuck's gone on there?
but Martin, you should not be pulling. What are these called again?
Pine cone.
You shouldn't be putting pound cones up your ass and then putting them in the box, honey. because shit gets stuck behind the little
The
indentations.
little cheeky old grooves.
Um, so this next deck kind of inspired me to create the Carry Me Home Oracle. So, and it's the Work Your Light Oracle by Rebecca
No,
Gamble.
I love it. Yeah, I really do.
I didn't have this, and I don't have the new stone one. I heard you say it's
I
tremendously good.
it is, and I did it at one of Rebecca's spreads with that deck that's in the book. When I
Um,
found
I
that,
don't have that yet. I'm definitely going to get it. However, to be fair, from the decks of hers that I do have, this is like the best. You can
yeah,
still, you can really, because I don't have the stone deck yet, so I can't compare. But this is just so raw. You can really feel like this is her first ever deck. There's so much excitement in it. And what I love about this deck, and that's something that I stole when I created my Carry Me Home, was that there are so many questions rather than answers on the cards.
yeah, that's what I like. I like the fact that the decks that question.
Yeah, I
Uh,
love that idea. Like, and I'm just falling in love whenever I look at it. Like, I mean,
when I
then
used that deck a lot a couple of years ago, when it first come out, I almost filled a whole journal with the pulls I did.
seriously.
God, yeah, yeah, I
And
like.
and also in regards to, I hope she sees this. She probably won't, but I kind of miss Danielle Noel's older, slightly more raw, less polished work.
Yeah, yeah, it's like the original Star Child, and that's just something
Like
else.
it's I love the choppiness of the collage. I love that it's not all perfect. I love that we have lots of mirrored images. I love that it's very clearly a collage, whereas nowadays, she is experimenting with some new techniques, and although it's gorgeous and very ethereal, I sometimes miss this
Yeah, I love it. I really do love that. It's got this
this
unique.
weird, choppy, almost hand collaged style vibe, if you get what
Yeah,
I'm saying.
yeah, I like it. Yeah, that is probably as well. I've like got the others as well. The Star Seed, whatever it's called, the
Yeah,
rep, the Rose one. I love as well.
yeah. I have all of them
Um,
as well. Yeah.
I like we kind of used to dismiss Rebecca and whoever's behind the team behind her and that, but I do like a Dex to be fair.
Lennox has more graphic and design elements as well. Yes, she used to do that a lot
Yeah,
more.
it
And
did. Yeah,
I really wish she would go back. But this deck, it's so weird. I opened it, I got it. I was like, it's just another, oh, I'm bored. Let's browse on Amazon purchase.
yeah, yeah.
Let's
I,
get it just to have the
I
collection
did
complete.
say it was a good one, and it's
I
not
know.
like just because it says work your light, it's not full of fluff.
No, it's not at all.
No,
It's funny.
no, it's a really good
But
one. That
this completely, like, I was struck by lightning almost. Seriously, it sounds
yeah.
really, really strange, but it was like that, and I love it. Thank you.
Thank you, Rebecca. Right,
Thanks, Rebecca and Danny.
yeah, and Danny, obviously. Now, this is hang on, this is my last but one deck. Now, you'll have a shock when you see this one.
I'm really curious, actually. Your last but one. Okay, I still have three. Oh yeah, that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah, so this deck, right, I've been using a lot, and
Oh, I can hear it.
well, not
I almost picked that as well. You
this,
stupid bitch.
something about this deck is just something else, and this is the Brothers of the Rosebud Tarot. Now,
Oh no. Oh, that one. I don't even have that anymore.
why?
I don't. I had a copy and I gifted it to you. I don't have this.
Well, this is one of Levi's decks.
Well, and this sort of became the Carry Me Home Oracle.
It
It
did,
did.
and I just love it.
But you're the only one on the planet that has this deck right now. Amaran.
And Maranya as well, and
Yeah.
it's just I really love this so much. You didn't expect this, did you?
No, not at all. Not at all. No.
And I just love everything about it, the size. the illustrations, what you chose.
Yeah, I
It's
love
not
it too,
a
man.
Rider-Waite-Smith clone, and that's why I love it so much. And it's just super, super lovely.
This was like my first foray into collaging.
Yeah, it was, wasn't it? Yeah, and it sounds lovely. It's the same piece as same size as the mini mother piece.
Yeah, I mean, this is never going to see the light of day for anyone. So,
Well,
we don't want to piss
exclusive.
people off, but yeah. Oh man, it's so cute to see this.
I
I
know.
never expected this. Ah,
I know, but like I mean, if you know, I do love it, and I have used it so much, and it stays like on my desk all the time, and so this is just yeah, lovely.
it's fun, isn't it? Oh man, I need to get me a copy
You
of that
do,
for
you
myself
do.
again. Yeah, I really do. That was so much fun. Oh, you just made me all fucking emotional, you
Oh,
dumb bitch.
have I?
Yeah, a little bit. That's really special.
Oh,
Sorry.
all
No.
right.
The next one is so fucking left field again. But it's a deck that I love so much. It's the deck that Martin and I discovered in London, and when we saw it, both our hearts stopped. And it's the Dragon Riders Oracle.
Oh God, yeah, yeah.
Christine Arana Fodder is actually a really good deck designer.
Do you remember?
Well,
Do you remember when I got it out on the bed? The deck I
yeah.
made.
When Martin got it out on the bed, the deck he means, and we saw this one card, and we both completely lost it, and it was this
Lovely.
card.
Do you know that is just such a lovely deck? I love it. You know,
It's super. It's super not credible, not cool, not artsy, very new agey, very high vibey, uh, and it's
very nice
everything.
layout, and you know when things is like simple and you know very
It's simple,
innovative.
it's cute, it's usable, it's gorgeous. It's a really nice pick me up deck for whenever you feel really shitty. And I have to be honest, I haven't had the greatest year, if I'm fair.
No,
And
need
this has helped me a ton. It really
yeah.
has.
The message
Like
in
I
the book.
know y'all girls can keep playing with your fucking reclaim oracles, telling you to kill yourself every day, but
Yeah,
I'd rather pull.
telling you why,
I'd rather pull this.
telling you why you're a piece of toxic shit. That's why I got rid of mine. You know.
Yeah, like I love, and it's such a special deck, and it sort of sent me down a tangent of other decks by her in German, and um one of them is actually getting an English release, which is really good, but then there's still one.
It's got like that kind of vintage vibe to it, innit?
So there's one that just actually I shouldn't be talking about this, but I am. I got this German elf deck from her, and I can read German, so it's completely fine with me. And I spoke to the person at what's their name again? The person who does the English publishings of her deck
Yeah.
over at Dare and Co. and Inner Traditions, and she said she didn't say it with these words, but I was like, "Why are you never publishing this?" And she said, "Well, it's because she said literally said it's because a certain English speaking market would not appreciate it, and it's probably because it's a very white deck." And
Oh,
also probably because there are lots of white people in here because it's an elf deck based on European and Scandinavian elf lore,
mm.
and also because there's a lot of hunky naked men in here,
We need to
and
sneak that
and
game.
that's why this should actually be in the mass market. Like I mean, come on, but because who wouldn't like pulling a card like this every day? I mean,
Well, yeah.
or even better, hold up, it's gonna get even hotter and even spicier in a minute. Uh, or my favorite card in the whole deck. Who wouldn't want this?
Oh no, it looks too much like a bottom, love.
Oh, whatever. There's nothing wrong with a good bottom every now and
No
then.
good to me.
Well, it's good to me, but that this is definitely not the deck of the year, by the way. But I
Yeah.
was kind of sad when I heard that. I was like, So they skipped this, then they went straight to this for the English release, and then they are going to do a really cool Phoenix one by her.
Oh yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's that one's actually Brill. That's coming out soon. So yeah,
Now, do you want to see what I've used continuously since January?
show
More or
me.
less, more or less, when I've done readings for myself, when I've done readings for other people, when I've been stuck with questions and shit that's been going on in my life. And this is the deck I have used continuously all year. So you are going to be so shocked now. Because everybody's going to say, oh my God, but this is my Paul Marteau Tarot de Marseille,
That's actually a fab Marseille.
published by Grimaud in
Yeah.
1930. And you can keep your Jodorowskis and your Bendov decks and all your fucking other Tarot de Marseille decks, because this for me is the only true Marseille deck.
It's really it's really gorgeous, dude.
Yeah,
Honestly.
I absolutely love this, and it's mass market, cheap as chips. You know, nothing expensive about this deck at all, and it reads people to fit. So yeah.
You know what's so fucking funny, Martin? Let me grab another one that I don't know if you would like it. I don't know if you like it, but it's another really cheap one. It's not a Marseille necessarily, but I feel like people sort of forget about it
Oh, I love the Fournier deck. I've got two or three. I can't
because
deck
this
though.
is a really really cool, super weird Spanish one that I've been loving.
Yeah, I love it as well, but I have no idea how you fucking read with it.
Well, it is. It's a whole like different weird system.
I've got that in my drawer by me.
However, it is, I had to think of it because it sort of has this really, really weird, extremely thick line work, just like the one that you just showed.
Yeah, this was like, look, see how thick the line work is on that one.
Yeah, I love how thick the lines are, and yeah, it's just really weird. And this is almost sort of a hybrid between a Golden Dawn deck and a
And a
Marseille deck.
Marseille. I'm gonna have a look online to do a bit of research on that after and see if
It's
there's any.
actually pretty good. I mean, it's not in my decks of the year, but I was just prompted to felt like I
Yeah.
had to show it.
But this one, Levi, this is the deck of all decks for me. You know, not
Yeah,
sorry.
like it doesn't always have to be like a super expensive deck in order for
No,
it to be amazing.
no, it needs to
Like
be
I
a
literally got
good.
that Spanish. I got that Spanish one on holiday, and when I just got it as a let's try this out sort of deck, and when I opened it in the hotel room, I was like, what the fuck? That's so fucking
Have you
cool.
got this? This is more vintage copy, but I have got a new one. This is the Spanish Tarot, also by
Yeah,
Fournier.
Fournier. Yeah, I do have it. Yeah.
Yeah, I love this one as well. But
Ah,
I still love the boldness of the Marseille. Yeah, so.
yes.
And I'm sorry for anybody I've missed. It's not that I dislike your decks or, thrown them in the bin or sold them. It's just that these and we did say we was coming on to say which decks we've been using mostly this year. And obviously don't forget some of them we never had until the late part of this year as well.
Yes. I only included decks like I want to be like honest and include decks that I actually had a lovely time with
Yeah, me
and
too.
that I really used for a prolonged. Like I got Jens's Sirena deck in the other week because I want a giveaway, and obviously I could be all like, "Oh, this is my deck of the year," but bitch, I looked through it one time, you know?
Yeah, I know. I've had the feeling with some decks as well. Well, I
Yeah,
can honestly say that my deck of the year is this one. Uh, so probably
I actually have two more to show.
okay. You carry on.
This is an Oracle deck. It's mass market. It's the
Oh,
Practical
I know
Magic.
it. You love that because you've told me about that lots of
This
times.
is another very uncool one. That is not artsy and trendy. But this is another one that just has this amazing guidebook, which you don't need to
Oh
read the
yeah.
front. Hi. Um, And then we have, oh, whoops. And then we have, I had the deck turned all upside down and inside out. But then the cards just have really usable keywords: inner
Yeah.
wisdom, rewild your life.
That's kind of expensive, in it. Is that about £35?
It is a little bit expensive, but let me tell you why. It's because of this. This is like a proper 300-page guidebook.
Jesus, that's like an FD guidebook, isn't it?
So every card, let me just pull a card. It's Ground Yourself. It's the first card in the deck, which is a gorgeous card, by the way. So if you just wanted to leave it at that message, it'll be fine. But if you have a little bit of time, you get 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 pages of guidebook on each card,
That's
where
good.
you get a little bit of guidance. You get an actual practical magic spell thingy. You get an activity and another activity for each card. Oh, and then you also get a meditation.
Oh,
So you can once again pull one card and
yeah,
work with this for a whole work week, basically.
that's good. Yeah, yeah.
You know, you're paying quite a lot for a mass market deck. However, you're getting your money's worth.
How many cards is in it?
36. So it's
36.
not, it has everything about it to think, it only has 36 cards. It's pretty expensive. But in the end, I got this as a gift from Willem.
Yeah.
Uh, and I just I've been loving this so freaking much, honestly.
Nice. Yeah. And then what's
It's sorry.
your last one that you've got?
My last one is a weird one. This is a Dutch deck, the Lemurian Light Cards by Catalina Filippo.
That's the one you've been using on your Instagram, in it lately.
It's I don't think this is the one that you've been talking about.
Let me have a look, and I'll soon tell you.
Maybe it is. I've been using this one for a longer time, but this is so funny. The cards that I tell a story about it.
Yeah, I don't know which one you mean. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah. So this is another really high vibe Dutch weird deck, but it's really usable and it has really good keywords.
That's cool. I wish we had kind of these kind of decks over here.
And it's so funny because I had finished my Carry Me Home Oracle, but I didn't have the title yet. And I was at the Gay Pride in Cologne, and we were watching the parade, and it was wrapping up. And I didn't know this because in Amsterdam we have the boat parade, the canal parade. But when it's a driven parade in Cologne, everyone who has been watching walks after the parade. So it's the parade after the parade. It's really, really cool. And Willem and I were looking at it, and we both got so emotional because we all felt so carried and loved, and everybody was doing their thing. And then I got home, and I pulled this card from this deck, and that says "Family of Light, Kindred Spirits, Support. You are being carried." And that's when I got. Carry Me Home.
Carry Me Home. That's a really nice story.
So this has been such an instrumental deck in my practice this whole year, but always, even though it's really cheesy and it looks a little bit, hokey pokey, it's a winner, this one. I love it. And I wish she would release this one in English as well, because it's dope as hell.
I think, you know what, I don't think anything matters, what kind of deck it is, as long as it works for you. And
yes,
and we've got such an eclectic taste of decks, and I've got such a taste here, and each one works differently from the other,
And it's so funny because lots of people say, "Oh, Martin has such a different taste from Levi," or "Levi has such a different taste from Martin," but we overlap a lot as well.
Yeah. And this is why we've got such a good friendship, because we've got so many differences yet so many similarities.
Yes. And I could have put way more decks in my top 10, because, for example, a one that I really enjoyed is the Peculiar Pathways, but I haven't played with it a ton, so I was like, I gotta be honest. For example, Danielle Norman from Astro Mermaid Art did a lovely Winter Season Tarot, which I just started playing with because we are just entering the winter season.
Just entering, we're just in December, ain't we? And I've had a lot going on. you know, some
Yeah.
people are aware of what's going on. I'm having issues with my mum and her health, and you know, so she's staying here at the minute, and so things are a bit like up in the air for me. So I haven't got as much time to kind of like do what I want to do,
Yeah.
and it was just such a welcome change tonight to come on here and
Yeah.
see you all, and it's just been lovely. It really has. So I
It
really need.
really has. I had so much freaking fun, Martin, and
It was
yeah,
lovely.
I haven't really been having the most amazing time either. I've been having some
We've
family stuff,
had a tough year between us, haven't we, this year? We
a
both
little
have.
bit. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, yeah.
And I will be glad to see the absolute fucking back of it, and I hope that 2025's
Yeah, I'm so fucking done with 2024,
three
honestly.
three weeks after this fucking shit show. You
Oh,
know,
someone's actually talking about the Lemurian Starchild Oracle. That is such a good deck as well. Could have added that as well.
Leanne's. Yeah, it is. Yeah, who's
I'm actually gonna pull a card from that later because it's also in clear view of mine because that's another favorite. But top 10 is top 10. You can't put them all in your top 10.
nothing so strange. I wished I knew who that was.
Yeah, I don't know who are you because sometimes people have
Who are you? Who are you? Right when
oh,
who is
let's
it?
give the Sacred Fool an honorable mention. I don't know if I'm reflective or horny while using it. Ha! The
Probably be
Sacred
both, Roscoe. Yeah,
you,
yeah,
you can be both, and that's absolutely allowed. Yeah,
yeah.
who is not so strange? And who is Michiel Kroon? Oh, they're here. That's
Oh,
Michiel. Yay.
well,
Love that.
how about that? We were just talking about you two.
Yes.
How much we love your deck. So yeah,
Yeah. Oh, it's so fab. I love it.
yeah, yeah. So thanks for being here.
Thanks. Thanks. Yeah, we've
Yeah,
been we've been having a lovely time. We are actually wrapping up, but
we are guys, and
you know
thank you.
what? Since Michiel is here, let me pull a card from the Lemurian
Okay,
Startup Oracle
okay.
right before we wrap up because honestly, this is such a fun little package, and the quality is superb. The
I have
cards
with the
so
guys
usable.
in Glastonbury, and they are the most incredibly lovely people. Yeah, they really are lovely people.
They are, yeah. I still have I always keep the last spread that I did upside down at the bottom of the deck, and this one is
Yeah.
on top. Okay, so let's just pull. I need to give this a quick shuffle. Let's pull the
And guys, you know, if you do like the deck, Lemurian Star Child Oracle, Starseed Oracle, you can actually get it from Amazon now. So and I think it retails for about $24.99, doesn't it, Levi? Something
yeah,
like
it's
that.
really affordable. And if you're in Europe, the easiest way to if you're like on mainland Europe, the easiest way for you to get it is I think via tarot.nl.
Yeah.
It's a
And if,
really cool, like another one of those decks that sort of has this, is it per se the coolest, most trendiest artwork? No, but it's just gorgeous.
and do you remember when I was going through that difficult time a couple of years ago, deck really helped me to kind of.
We got a lovely card. We got the Joy of Life card. So,
Oh,
goodbye to all the hardships. Here's to all of us.
fucking hell, that's a welcome in it, you know.
It is. It is. It really
Oh,
is. It
that's
really.
brilliant. That is. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Thank you all for being here. We love you all, and
I'll
goodbye.
voice message you because I've got to go and do dinner. Yeah.
That's okay. Love y'all. Bye
Love
bye.
you. See you soon, guys.
Bye.
Bye.